Y'all, we gotta be careful. We're in the basement of the Vatican again. Yep, we're waiting for the signal. We can take our hats off. We're gonna talk a bit about things you can do to celebrate Samhain. Maybe you can tell me what you're doing, and I can share a little bit about what I'm doing to bring in this beautiful, beautiful traditional holiday. So in the meantime, stay tuned! Alright, are we good? The signal? Take it off? We're safe? Oh, thank goodness. Woo! Alright. We put on some happy stuff because here we go. Countdown to Samhain. Countdown to Halloween. We're going to put on our trick-or-treating music. Have some fun. Alright. Shed some light on the situation. Hello. So, how y'all doing, little spookies? Good? Getting excited? Getting excited? Maybe getting ready to go to some Halloween parties? Maybe getting ready to decorate your house or get some spooky trick-or-treaters coming over? Either way, I'd love to know what you're doing. So, I went on the internet, found some information about things people are doing to celebrate Samhain. So, talked to a woman. She said, you know what, Father Frank? You know what I love to do? I love to go on nature walks. Nature walks around that time. Be outside, the leaves are changing, falling to the ground, that whole concept of death and rebirth. I mean, nothing says anything more than death and rebirth in the way that nature does it every season. You know, she said when I'm walking, it reminds me of the things I'm thankful for. It reminds me to think about the people that I've lost and to remember all the wonderful moments we had together, or to maybe grieve some of the not so wonderful moments we had together. You know, it's a chance for me to think about, regeneration and some things that I might want to change in my life. So, Father Frank, I enjoy nature walks. Well, I think that's a great idea. 2, setting up a cornucopia. Well, this makes sense, right? It's all about harvest, like we talked about. So, you go outside, you get yourself some leaves, some sticks, some twigs, some acorns, some pine cones, whatever you can find out there to represent that nature's provided for the change of the season. You put it in a little bowl or a little vase, put it on your table, and say to yourself, hey, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be alive. One sec here. I'm just going to turn this down. I'm thankful to be alive, and I'm thankful for the things that I got and the food that I have. So that's another idea. So let's say you're having a celebration. You're having friends over. You saw a win. Here I found this little verse, and I thought this was just lovely. So you gather everyone around the table and you say this. Tonight is the first day of 3 nights on which we celebrate Samhain. It is the end of harvest, the last days of summer, and the cold nights wait on the other side for us. The bounty of our labor, the abundance of the harvest, the success of the hunt, all lies before us. We thank the earth for all it has given us this season, and yet we look forward to winter, a time of sacred darkness. I thought that was just lovely. So, that's something you can do. Also, you know what? Tarot cards. I know it sounds crazy. Don't tell the Pope. Don't tell the Pope. But, you know what? Tarot cards are quite beautiful. I have myself a beautiful set of tarot cards hired. And, I like to do my tarot when I want something, when I want to know something. We're talking about transition, talking about change, talking about honoring messages coming from the dead. Right? I mean, tarot is a beautiful way to do that. Maybe, Father Frank will read your tarot if you want. Come by. Or, you know what? There's places you can go to get your tarot cards done. That's a lovely way to do it. Another thing I thought was pretty cool was to get like some dead leaves or some yard clippings and making yourself a little stuffed doll. A little idol. Make a little person. And you put this person at your table when you're having your party, and you make a little plate for them up of food to say thanks. Kind of like, I guess, what we do for Santa Claus on Christmas. To thank him and the reindeer for bringing us presents. And then at the end of it, you take this little person, because this is to represent your king or your queen or whatever of winter. Or person. We don't need a gender. And, then you have them at your table, and then when you're done, you place this little creature outside by your garden. And then they watch over your seedlings so that they make sure that the next yield is going to be protected. Isn't that lovely? I just love that idea. What else? Well, creating an ancestral altar. This spoke to Father Frank. You know, Father Frank loves himself an altar. When I was just knee-high to a grasshopper, I'm originally from Western Hill, and there's a big, beautiful church right on the corner, Pelham Road and Western Hill, behind the tavern there. And they had an altar in the back, a little Virgin Mary statue in the wall. And I used to go there, and I just used to feel peaceful and safe. So that's something that speaks to me. And if you're interested, I'm going to try to do this, move this camera, and I'll show you my altar. I'll try not to get too Blair Witch. But behind me is my altar for Samhain. I know, it looks like a crazy, kooky, hot mess, but you know what? Father Frank's a crazy, kooky, hot mess. So I'll just take you through quickly and show you some of the things that I've done to add to my altar for Samhain. So, firstly, I have myself a pumpkin. We talked about pumpkins and the significance of them, lighting the way for the spirits and to let people know that, you know, there were offerings on your doorstep. I got this little lighter because my mama's ashes are in there. I know you're saying to yourself, Father Frank, what do you mean your mama's ashes are in a lighter? But if you all knew Frankie Lynn, you knew she'd get a kick out having her ashes in a lighter because, man, that woman smoked like a freaking chimney. Chimney, you know what I mean? So she'd get a kick out of that. I also got a perfume here. My mama died in October, so it's kind of a hard month for me. So I can remember what she smells like. I also, you know, we talk about harvest and spices. I got myself some cinnamon sticks because, oh, it's just lovely. They're my favorite. And I also got some frankincense in there. Because frankincense, that's my favorite incense. Also, I got pictures here of loved ones. This is my Nana Marge. Passed away. Love my Nana. She used to help me with crafts, and that's why there's glitter. That woman always had glue guns and glitter everywhere. I also got, you know, animals. This is my puppy's footprint who passed away, Mikey. I've got my Papa Frank here. My Papa Frank, now he was a cook. And I've got little oranges here. I've got some garlic. I've got myself a squash. You know, I mean, it's all about the bounty of the harvest that we want to be thankful for. I got my adoptive grandmother here. This is a picture of her in her baseball league back in, oh God, she's older than dirt when she died. So this is an old picture. That's her right there. She was a pitcher, the one with the hat up there by the man standing. Her name was Nell. And then I've got my mama and me. If I can get this camera to work. Right here. That's a fun picture of us. And I'll take a step back and I'll show you my Buddha. He's decorated for Samhain. Got a little skeleton mask on him. Got some lights on him like a Christmas tree. I've got these lovely little ornaments. They're called mummers. My mom and I went to Newfoundland and she picked these up for me. Mummering is a really interesting concept that I'll do another video about in out east. It's got kind of origins that are Halloween-like. So I got these cute little mummers on my little Samhain tree. And this is a photograph of me and my friend James. Fortunately, you know, depression got to him and he took his life. And, you know, I lost him to suicide. So, you know, again, this is about honoring the dead who've passed on. And over here I got a picture of a woman named Katie. I never got to meet Katie, but, again, she suffered from mental health issues. I was a week shy of meeting this girl. I was going to try and talk to her about borderline personality and things that you can do to you know, help herself, but, you know, impulsivity and that split-second decision, unfortunately, she lost her life. And I've got this picture of my friend Kat. She passed away from cancer. Miss her every day, so she's in the tree. And another picture of my mama. I got this little bracelet. That was hers before she passed away. And, oh, I thought this picture was funny. Just because it's me carving pumpkins. That's me at 14 with my band. My band. The kind of band you can have in a garage at 14. We were called Seriously Distorted. I think I played the tambourine and the cymbal. I really couldn't play anything. I just thought, I was like, here for the band or here for the gig? That was me. Poser. Anyway. So that's my little Samhain tree. Oh, and this is really cool. This is, my Aunt Jan made this. We call her Nanis. This is my astrological chart, and behind it are a bunch of papers going through each of the houses. You know, we were trying to get Nanis to do some astrological stuff on the show. She's a little camera shy, so she's just going to write some information, do some research, and then Father Frank's going to translate it. Because we're going into Scorpio and Sagittarius. We're in Libra right now. You know, Father Frank's the Libra rising, so I know all about Libra. Trying to bounce out everything. So stay tuned to that if you're an astrological buff. So I'll bring us back to here, try not to make us too sick. Some people are sensitive to movement, and I'm one of them. Alright, so those are some pretty cool ideas. Oh, going to a cemetery. That's another one. You know, my friend that I was talking about, James, who passed away, he's got a tombstone out in Victoria Lawn Cemetery. And I'm probably going to head around there, around Samhain, because remember, the veil is the thinnest right now, so it's an opportune time to communicate with the dead. If you want to have any kind of seances or any kind of conversations with the dead, now's the time. Go visit a cemetery. You know, lighting a candle in your window. You know, saying a blessing to the dead. That's another thing that you can do. You know, basically anything that's going to commemorate and honor the dead, celebrate the end of the harvest season. These are all things that you can do. Lighting a bonfire, right? If you have room for it, you know, have a little bonfire, maybe get a little cauldron. You know, you can even write little affirmations or little messages that you want to maybe burn there to let go of things that, you know, happened before. Maybe you want to move on because you're going to rest over the winter, you know, and it's about transformation, moving into the spring after winter. So maybe letting go of some of those things. You know, I don't know. All kinds of different things. So, what are you going to do for Samhain? Let me know. In the meantime, spookies, take care of yourself, play safe, and sleep on it. Because it's probably going to be better in the morning. Alright, the countdown continues. Take care, y'all.